Hey, what's happening everyone? SirJames coming at you guys with another video. In today's video, I'm here to give you guys a quick update on the channel and of course to share with you guys a haul as well. Got some pretty cool stuff for the haul video, especially for the last two items that I can't wait to show you guys. One of them is definitely quite a large item and the other one makes for a nice collectible too. So let's go ahead and start with a quick update. Nothing too much going on here on the channel. Obviously, I've been pretty much completely busy working on Destiny 2, trying to get these armor videos done. The reason why they're a little bit of a pain at the moment is because everything is purely based on RNG. Every time you get a legendary engram, you go to the cryptarch, you decrypt it, and you're not knowing what you're going to get. You could basically get a weapon, you can get a piece of armor, maybe a piece of armor that you don't have or already have, and seeing as I already have a lot of the pieces that go for each of the individual sets, just trying to get, or lucky enough to beat the whole RNG system to get something that I didn't have already, it's just a bit of a pain. And I think that will hopefully change soon, because I know there's supposed to be a faction rally, because if you go to your current Vanguard and you look, and it basically says the inventory is empty, but I think with the faction rally that's going to be coming up, I think they're going to be adding it to where you could buy stuff within the inventory with the legendary shards that you're able to collect as well. So we'll see how that goes, but right now just everything is purely based on RNG. The fact that I managed to complete at least 5 armor sets is actually a bit of a shock, because I've been getting a lot of duplicates for stuff that I do not need. So again, just a little bit of a pain here and there. The other set that I have completed, because you guys probably know that I've already uploaded 4 armor sets, the fifth one that I have is actually for the Hunter class, which is the Road Complex. That's the one that they actually changed in game, because apparently the gauntlets had supposedly a racism symbol, or supposedly represents racism. I don't know what the complete story is, because some people are saying it's just a random image from 4chan. Others are saying it stands for a certain type of racist group. So again, it's a little bit of a frustration there, but right now basically they have it where your in-game model looks completely different compared to your previous screen, but I think they may patch that this reset, which of course will be on Tuesday. So I think I'll wait until then and kind of see what they do. If not, then figure out what I'm going to do for the armor video, because again, the preview character that I normally use is completely different looking of how it used to compared to your in-game model, but it's kind of what I have to work with. Other than that, I'm not entirely sure what is coming out this week. I'll have to kind of double check. I don't think there's anything big coming out this week. I know next month we're going to be getting a lot of games. I can't wait for that Shadow War game. That's for sure. And of course we have the Sinest Mini that's going to be coming out, which I already have pre-ordered, so I don't have to worry about fighting the crowd or scalpers or anything like that. So thankful for that. Let's see, the other thing I will say though, as far as Nintendo goes, Nintendo Switch, or just Nintendo as a company, is definitely killing it, because I know they recently had a Nintendo Direct and they announced Doom coming out for the Switch, which was a complete shocker to be honest, and Wolfenstein 2. So Nintendo is actually doing a really good job as far as the third-party support. I can't wait to see if they bring any like first-person shooters. You know, what if they brought Battlefield? I doubt Battlefield by the Switch, but imagine if that was the case. That'd be crazy. Or even Call of Duty. Imagine if they brought Call of Duty on the Switch. I mean, that could be a big game changer for Nintendo, but they are doing a good job. I will say though, if you've been trying to get a Nintendo Switch, there is another item up for pre-order, which is the Mario Odyssey. You get the Switch console with the matching red Joy-Cons, which I'm pretty sure they'll hopefully have the red Joy-Cons separately for those who wanted that. You also get a case and of course a copy of Mario Odyssey. I think it's about 360, 380 give or take, so nothing too crazy as far as savings go, but it's just kind of a nice way to get a pre-order down if you've been wanting to wait until that game came out just to specifically get a Nintendo Switch. Might be something that you might want to check out and pre-order as of right now, because I'm pretty sure they're still alive, because most of everyone who wanted the Switch already has them. As far as scalpers go, I think they're going to be losing out, because Nintendo's been restocking them quite often. At least over here, they've been restocked like crazy almost every single weekend, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be increased over time, especially for the upcoming holidays too. But anyways, that's pretty much about it for Nintendo, and of course what's going on here on the channel. So let me go ahead and share with you guys a haul. Let's go ahead and start with movie haul here. I actually have 3 movies. One of them is currently in the house right now because my little brother's watching it. The first one of course is The Lion King. They re-released it on Blu-ray. I think it was released once before, but it was re-released, something like that. But the one that I wanted to get was the Best Buy exclusive with the steelbook case. but unfortunately by the time I got out of work that was completely sold out, so I kind of lucked out of that one. But I did order one through the Disney Rewards catalog because you get the movies for a pretty good discount on that one, and I already got that one in. However, these are a couple other ones. The first one, of course, or the second one, is the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 on 4K. As you guys know, I now have a 4K monitor, which, by the way, I'm loving the monitor. I'll have a link to the one that I have in the description down below. Just do keep in mind it doesn't have HDR support or anything like that, but for a monitor in 4K, it's really, really good. And I like the fact that it has a lot of adjustments too. So oftentimes if I'm just tired of sitting, because you know they say it's never good to sit for too long, I'll basically stand up, tilt the monitor up, and play standing up, and just works out completely fine for me. But yeah, I picked this up on 4K. This is actually considered my first 4K movie now, and I think that's a good way to start. But definitely looks really good. I haven't finished it in the 4K yet. And the other one, of course, is the Star Wars Rebels Season 3. Now, as when Star Wars Rebels first came out, I was highly disappointed because, you know, they never finished the Star Wars Clone Wars animators. There's a lot of story, and there's like the Bad Batch story arc that I was excited for, and of course the whole what was it, Boba Fett, Jango Fett? No, Boba Fett. I keep getting these all mixed up. But there's a lot of missed opportunities for story arcs that weren't quite finished. You basically got the rough draft storyboards, but unfortunately when Disney required the rights, they kind of changed it and went to Rebels. So at first, as far as Rebels go, I wasn't too excited, especially for Season 1, but towards the end of Season 1 started to pick up. Season 2, it started to pick up a lot more, and then Season 3 got really dark, and I was like, yes, now we're getting some Clone Wars vibes here, but in a serious note here, because this basically takes place a little bit after Star Wars Episode 3, but before Star Wars Episode 1, and it got really, really good. I'm actually looking forward to Season 4. If you have yet to see the Season 4 trailer, I recommend you do that. Or if you're looking into watching Star Wars Rebels, you may want to check out the show, because again, it's getting really, really good, especially this season. It's just a great way to start from there. Let's see, another item is, of course, we got some collectibles here. One of my favorite characters in Destiny besides Cayde 6, of course, is Lord Saladin. He was the guy that ran the Iron Banner during Destiny 1, and then towards the end of it, it was completely switched with a different character. But I got a couple collectibles featuring him. The first one is this little minifigure here. You basically get Lord Saladin, and besides him, you also get a couple of the wolves here. They're basically identical, just one is slightly darker than the other. There you go, it just doesn't have a different pose. So that's a set that runs for about 20 bucks. Nothing too crazy, but definitely matches along with the Cayde 6 GameStop pre-order bonus that most people were able to get. And this one is a cool one right here. This one is a 10-inch figure, of course, of Lord Saladin. There you guys go. And he actually has a, a cape back here is made with a fabric material. Not the best, but it is good enough for what it is. It's better than plastic. A little bit of a fur thing here. But this figure looks really awesome. He actually comes with a few things. So he runs at about $35. But as an extra, you also get his unhelmeted version. There you go. And of course, you also get his LMG. With the whole Iron Banner logo and everything. So overall, this was pretty neat. Again, he's one of my favorite characters, so I just had to get that for sure. And that's about it as far as the little collectibles go. Next up is a... see, I'm not sure which one to start here because they're both so awesome. I guess we'll start with the biggest one. Now, as you guys know, there's an app that I use on my phone called OfferUp. Not a sponsor in any kind of way, but basically the best way to describe it is Craigslist, but on mobile. Something more convenient that you could basically use on your phone every day. See what people are selling around you, and you can either buy stuff or trade with other people. This guy on there had an item. It was from the video game known as Gears of War, which is a Microsoft exclusive, as most of you know. And basically, he had a particular replica gun. the Retro Lancer. Apparently that was made by NECA, I believe it was, back in 2011 or 2012, somewhere around there. It was pretty cool, and it wasn't like the remake one that they released with Gears of War 4, where I had the orange tips. We're talking about one of the cooler looking ones. So he had that, which also came with the steelbook and game. Here is the game right there. Here, I already have the game, but I didn't have the steelbook. So here is what the steelbook looks like. Actually, is pretty neat. And it was basically a bundle he had on there for $100. And $100, you know, I was not crazy. Basically, it was to the point where like, hell yeah, I'll pay $100 for that. However, I asked him if he was willing to do a trade first. And I basically gave him a list of items that I had for trade. He picked out about 3 items that would justify what I was going to get. And then after we met up, he examined the items, because I always take care of my stuff, and he always takes care of his stuff too, so it's even better. He was happy with what he was getting, and I was happy with what I'm getting. So besides, of course, getting the game with the steelbook, I also got the replica Retro Lancer. So let me go ahead and bring this over. Let me go ahead and go back here, because this thing is large. So I don't know if my focus is getting all messed up here, but check it out. This is the Gears of War 3 Retro Lancer. You even got the bloody bayonet. Hopefully it'll focus there. There you go, it's somewhat focusing, but you got the nice blood stain going all the way down it, and some blood spatters over here as well. But this thing is cool. It doesn't have any light up features, but it has a sound effect, which is basically a rumble effect. Batteries go down here. I think it requires C batteries, but I don't have any batteries to utilize that. But just want to share with you guys that, because honestly, that was pretty sick. Now, that was the first big item. The other one, you guys probably saw it if you did see my PDP video where I was unboxing a set of 4 of the Pixel Pal characters that was sent to me. And this was a specific jacket similar to what I'm currently wearing right now, the PlayStation Varsity jacket. This one's the black one that I have shown on the channel. However, there was another one that was a limited run during the PlayStation's 20th anniversary, and that's this jacket right here. Which, of course, this is the PlayStation 20th Anniversary Varsity jacket, made by the same company that made the black one here. This was more of a limited run, again, during its 20th anniversary line. And the only time that I really saw this one was the fact that it was during a YouTube video. I think it was an IGN podcast or something like that, when they were discussing PlayStation's 20th anniversary, some of the memories. A guy had this lighter jacket on. I was like, oh, where'd he get that? And I was trying to figure out where he could possibly get it, and I wasn't sure what to search for as far as search results go. Someone mentioned the site, and then when I went there, it was completely sold out, so I completely missed on that opportunity. However, when I was on eBay, just kind of searching out PlayStation jackets or anything that might be cool, that might have snuck into the crevice, this popped up all the way straight from the United Kingdom. The fact that it was a size medium, which was perfect because I wore a size medium as far as these goes, because sometimes I wore a medium or a large or small depending on what the item is. And it was on there in mint condition, and the guy definitely took really good care. I think he maybe wore it once, but yeah, this was definitely well taken care of. But I'm just happy to have this one in my collection, which of course I'm definitely going to carry with me and wear during the PlayStation experience at the end of the year. So now I got a jacket for both Saturday and Sunday, as long as it isn't too warm at the convention. It should be nice and cool during that time. And anyways, that's pretty much about it. Just want to share with you guys what I got as far as the haul video goes, and kind of give you guys a quick little update. Again, I don't know what's releasing this week. I'll have to kind of see what's going on and see what I could possibly review for you guys. But until then, I am SirJames from Gamerfuzion.com, where we empower your gaming.